Okay. Pause mute. Right. So request. Let me turn on this. Right, so I'm going through this article. Uh, let me, let me just drop it in a chat so you guys can, you know. And so I'm going through this article. Let me turn this up. Okay. Wait. Okay. I should be good enough. Yeah. Okay. So I'm a Laravel person. So like, you know, what Laravel does. So let's kind of go through this. Okay. So solid principles. Uh, wait, look at this. Understand architecture from bird's eye view. That's what I'm gonna skip these. Solid. A web framework is one of the largest, most interconnected framework systems you will ever build. Without deliberate adherence to solid principle, it collapses into a tangle of separate dependencies, untested rule, globals, and classes that break every time a neighboring module. Honestly, I keep forgetting these. I only remember the S. And yeah, okay. So this is saying that a class should be open for extension with closed for modification. Okay. It's called substitution. Subtypes are always substitutable for their base type. Example, a read on a cookie session backend that is silent. That silent fails on session set instead of freezing a meaningful error. I don't get this. So these are the three that I struggle with. I think I know these two, but I struggle with these. I guess I can just keep this as a list that I'll go through. These are non-academic application. Every section below identifies exactly which principle is at risk. Adherence to solid is a framework where a developer can add MongoDB backend, a new template engine, or a custom authentication provider without touching framework or source files. Yeah. YAML for pattern used in this project. Understand architecture. I'm not going to really focus exclusively on these. I assume that I'll learn them as I go through I said the framework of the philosophy of a web framework. Before drawing boxes and arrows, you must deeply understand what a web framework is actually philosophically. It is not a collection of utilities. It is an version of control contained framework calls your code. This is the don't call us, we'll call you. You define routes, views, models, and templates. The framework orchestrate when and how they are invoked, handles the plumbing between the network and the business logic, and enforce security policies and produces runtime scaffolding so that the application code never needs to think of what to do, not how to talk to a socket. This. Okay, go back to this now. Alright. Um, this inversion was has profound architectural implication because the firmware controls the call stack. It must be extremely careful about what it couples together. Circular dependencies between firmware modules are fatal. Yeah, I think I am guilty of doing this. Anyways, if the ORM imports the template engine and the template engine imports the ORM, it cannot be loaded in isolation. The firmware must be designed as a directed acyclic graph of dependencies following from, flowing from infrastructure at the bottom up to application features at the top. Sense. I know something like Laravel. The full stack layered architecture. A complete web framework has at least 7 distinct layers, each with precisely owned responsibilities. Yeah. So think I created a diagram. I was working on that. It's not here. Please don't tell me that I lost it. Check here. Oh, so and it seems like I lost it. Where did I lose it? I spent the entire night working on it. Okay. I'm not gonna do this again. Yeah, it's asking it. Yeah, I did go through it manually and create the darn thing. Then I think I saved it. Did I say so? And it's working along. Okay. So I have your views, your models, your templates, forms, URLs, user code, the framework, yeah. So it's kind of, I guess, like any frameworks, you probably use it plus, you know, framework feature layer. Okay. Oh, so you have layers. I never thought about it. I'm thinking of something different, but if I can get out into layers, then it becomes extremely easy to build out functionalities. Oh, it would be so much better. Okay, you could have, for example, you have, I don't know why we have admin interface here. Not sure what this refers to. We have auto system, arm agent, signal dispatcher. Is this really just where this is? Check something. like this is that lag, it's not language specific. So I'm not sure why you need this, but you need this. Sure about frame engine. I've never used a frame rate that needed something like this. I know, but like it's not this much. See, I like commands. You'd want some kind of um, translation. Okay. Yeah, need a file storage. I need that subsystem. Yeah, I love that this is a language agnostic and property pattern driven. You know, it's kind of very I think it's very cool for someone that's new to this thing. At the time that you get what I'm saying. Now request response layer, set out roles, middleware, pipeline, view dispatch, response render. Okay. And I think it kind of goes on. Or query set API. Let's go compiler, version engine, connection pool, transaction manager, schema, introspection. This was one the time now. Because I would assume that this is what ORM is doing. That's not it. No, it's not. Okay, let's start correcting. And let's go up. And then next thing is template engine. And cross-contained columns. Because I feel like, yeah, the request infrastructure layer. This is if you're using a lower level language. From I'm using a high level language. That's not Java or C sharp. So should be I can completely ignore this section. Okay. Look, I know I'm being lazy, but I swear to God, I created this. Let me see. See if I can find. No one created it. I just don't know if I saved it. No, it's freaking annoying, bro. Should have saved that documentation. It's not like documentation, but it's gonna take me too long to sit down and draw diagrams and all these things for this. Especially for this layer. I'm just gonna copy this and I'm going to exclude to create that layer diagram. Insert. I don't even know if I'm going to do this. What else is there? There's a level of complexity. Yeah, complexity. or maybe I will make I can here is the okay, I want to tell it to remove a few things. Maybe this. Okay, so we remove the infrared air and and I want to remove infrared and snap eye infrared forms and then I want to replace. The request response. Understanding what happens. Okay, so it's a quick node interface. Subject that Django specific thing. Django auto-generates a full code admin connect from your model definitions. List view edit forms permissions with zero code. However, doesn't ship those code looks the closest equivalent are third-party packages like Nova and Filament. Since it's a bit Django specific and not really material work, I'll drop along with it along with forms and infrastructure there. No, 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 no. Um, okay, see, let's get this thing out of the way. Include understanding what happens in a single HTTP request from the moment it arrives at a socket until the response bytes are sent back is the most important mental model in the entire framework. The architectural decision follows on this journey. Summarize it with what is it? I hate doing this. Looks like it should be anything that's simple. There's a need to be complicated. Anyways, I'll just copy this. I think I had folder some. I'm just gonna try and find it first. Shit. Let's go to here, here. Users. Okay, let's go to projects. I don't even know what the hell I call this. Because I have so many different projects. So many unfinished builds. Don't think it's here. Go to let's go to this instead. Is it here? Oh, I think it's somewhere large going on. It's not this one. I don't think it's this one. Oh, I think I found it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. I don't anything said. You see it. Yes, see it. Okay, nice. Found it. Okay. So the first thing I also want to do is create a create a docs for then we're gonna pull this out into again. Create a new file docs for that call it. Um, then I'll call it every architect and here. I will search it what it's but TCP server which does until HTTP message boundaries. So this is layered architecture. Where the hell did that go? I don't know what's going on with that. So, vulnerability. Where I can find this thing. Maybe give me something. If I didn't find my little yeah, I guess not. Okay. Let's try to look at that. Maybe. I made a lot of everything. What the hell is this? Why did I put this thing? If that is saying you can't edit, I don't believe that I can edit it. Can't even see what's it is. Come on, I should make. I just have to. Nice. Good. For the mermaid code. Okay. Ring. There's an application here. Yeah, yeah, these. Oh, it's gonna curtain on now. Okay, L2. I want. Okay, okay. I think that's good. Right. Oh, okay, I didn't want that. I want cover image. That's okay. Um, I'm just going to go back to reading. So understanding what happens to a single HTTP request is from the moment it arrives at the socket until the response are sent back to the most important method. Okay, I definitely want to say it's a most important um, mental model. So we do not to okay. Mental model in from every architectural decision or this on this chart. Memorizing. Okay, so I have a network socket. The network socket receive raw bytes from the TCP string. TCP server reads the bytes on the HTTP message boundary. I'm gonna get some sleep. Let's see.